Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Today we are up for a big brawl. This is the Battle of Dover. It was sent in by none other than Mexican Jesus. I'm sorry, I cannot say that with a straight face. The backstory. Huzzah, comrade. The year is 1947. The Western capitalists have tried to wrestle Eastern Europe from us and have failed. Our glorious Red Army has finally pushed them into the sea. However, Britain stands firm and will have to be taken by force. You are to defeat the Royal Navy so our invasion fleet can get underway. Easy enough. I get 5 battleships, 2 battlecruisers, a heavy cruiser, 2 lights and 8 destroyers. The British Home Fleet gets 4 battleships, a battlecruiser, 5 heavy cruisers, 3 lights and 12 destroyers. Now I'm going to be designing a battleship, but it has some limitations. It has to be a battleship of the Sovietsky Soyuz class. Maximum armament, 9 and 16-inch guns, and a maximum displacement of 65,000 tons. So it won't be a terribly large battleship. The AI might, for the British, come up with a pretty large design, but it being the British, they have an N3G3 design, and that is their limiting hull factor at the moment. So it's not like we're going to see one of those 120,000 ton megaships. Too many ships. Yes, well, we shall see. Alright, a modernized battleship. I can have a maximum displacement of 65,000 tons. Let's see if I can make use of that. I'm not restricted by any budget, which is quite comfortable, because I don't have to keep that in mind. There's nothing to be said about a speed, minimum, maximum, something like that. I would like some speed. How about, 27 for now. I might up that later, but I think armor is going to be more important. Now, with all those 12 destroyers sailing around from the British fleet, I'm going to make sure that this ship is very heavily anti-torpedo. The chances of getting hit by one of those torps are significant. Oh, crap. Oh, yeah, okay. I set the range to 22,000. That's not too bad. The range was not specified in the scenario, but it was dealer's choice, as he put it. So I can pick what sort of range I want to fight at. Back again to 65k. Come on. There. Anyway, I gotta make sure that the ship stays afloat, and not getting hit by torpedoes would be a big buff. I'm not going to go with an advanced propeller shaft, but I went with an AUX 4 engine to make sure that I can pump out water faster. The anti-flooding system, I hope, will be sufficient, because the chances of me taking actual torpedoes and flooding are pretty significant, especially considering that I have so many ships. There will be a lot to control, and that means that I'll probably lose track of one, if not multiple ships. So I'll have to try and keep most of the ships either close or hand off some portion to the AI, because it's going to be a lot to manage. Let's go with standard TNT for propellant, and then a modern tower 3 and a secondary tower 3. Now, main guns, triple 16s. That's what I'm allowed to use. So set up a very tall superimposed barbette. It is nice, by the way, having these Russian hulls. I don't think I've played the Russians often, let alone in this era. So it's nice to see these guys here. 16, 16, and 16. Unfortunately, we have a bit of a 4-weight offset going. So it's time to shift the whole thing back. He said, and proceeded to be unable to do so. That 4-weight offset does not really help. There. Just needed to shift the secondary, the triple turret a bit farther back. Alright, I'm going to take some creative liberties as to the secondary armament of this ship. I'm not exactly sure what it is supposed to have, nor am I going to look that up, because I want to have a bit of creative freedom here. Let's see, can these things fit? No, they cannot. But these things probably can. Yep. Short barbette for secondary. Guns. Let's go for something that I don't use too often. 7-inch guns. And they can't fit. 6-inch. What? Are you kidding? You can put the small barbettes there, but the 6-inch guns don't fit. Okay, that's unfortunate. I hope that... Yeah, these can still turn. Somewhat. This main superstructure is quite wide. And that's causing problems with trying to get this thing to turn. There we go, a 777. And I'll have another 777 over here. I don't think that I'm going to be able to use casemates or anything smaller. There are slots here, but they just don't work too well. Maybe a couple 3-inch triples here. Oh. Never mind. I guess it's going to be 2-inch. Otherwise I cannot make use of the positions there and there. And here and here. Fortunately, those things don't weigh a lot. Alright. The battle has a win condition that says you win if the battle ends when you have only one enemy capital ship remaining. This is considered a British withdrawal. That's when the battle ends. You will win if you still have 2 capital ships alive at that time. So I gotta make sure that these guys actually survive. Or at least plenty enough. These are Mark III guns only. That means that they fire every 46 seconds. Accuracy is probably decent, especially with a Generation 2 rangefinder. And what sort of range do I want to fight at? Maybe a range where I have more benefit from deck armor than from actual belt armor. Turret at 15, yes. Conning tower also at 15. Turret top at 7. Maybe we can go 7 on the belt. A bit more on the secondaries. I don't have too many of them, but they are beneficial in order to deal with destroyers. Yeah, that's too much. Alright, can we get a few knots extra? No, we cannot. Oh, they're only 25 knots now. I didn't adjust that slider. Oh, crap. I completely forgot about that part. Normally, this is one of the first things that I slide up, but I completely forgot about it. That is unfortunate. Because I'm going to have to sacrifice armor just to make sure I have enough bulkheads to keep the water contained. Maybe just sliding down the speed slider is a slightly faster way of losing weight. Jesus, 23.5 knots. Turning circle's 529. Low speed does make you an easier target. That's something I'm not particularly fond of. Because yes, they're fairly well protected, but I don't know if it's going to be good enough. Let's just hope that it is. There, 0.5. Alright, let's send this ship off to war. Take down the British. Entirely up to the AI what sort of ship they design. And how powerful or how weak they're going to be. You never quite know. For all I know, I could be getting a lot of ships which just have no bulkheads whatsoever. Alright, I have my battleships in 2 groups. Arkangeluril, Azov, General Admiral Apraskin. We have the Evstafi and Svetorsagai. Okay. I'm seeing a group 3-2. That's not too bad. I'm thinking of just looping these behind the rest. And then I have one large line of battleships. The first line that I'm going to encounter looks to be light cruisers? Heavies? They have 5 heavies. These could be 3 heavies. These are definitely the destroyers. That would make this a light cruiser. Jesus Christ, look at all those torpedo launchers. Fun times. They're having a bit of a group hug over here. The DDs, by the way, also carry a fair amount of torps. Triple, quintuple? Is that a 5? That's a 5. Great. That's 11 torpedoes per DD times 12 DDs. Fun times were had by all. Then you, I imagine, are a battleship. Just a fairly small one. Curious. These shouldn't pose that much of a threat. They're too big to be a heavy cruiser. They're too small to be a battle cruiser. Well, no. Where is their battle cruiser? Because they only got, what was it, 1? They have 1 battle cruiser. Oh well. Let's see how my battle cruisers were designed. We have battle cruisers Yaroslavl and Khabarovsk. 14-inch guns, duals in turrets. 6 barrels total, 8-inch guns. A lot of 7-inch Mark 5s, very nice. Turning circle 572. Survivability, terrible. Because minimum bulkheads. Lovely. Sonar 3. Generation 2 rangefinder, stereoscopic 4 rangefinder, anti-flood 1. Oh fuck, how do you want to die? Anti-torp 5. These things are going to take on a lot of water and die, period. 1 heavy cruiser, Boris. Whoa, I also get torpedoes. 22-inch, range 15 clicks. Torpedo speed, 48.5. Not too bad. 9-inch guns, Mark 5s, backed up by Generation 2 rangefinder and stereoscopic 3. We got light cruisers Voyevoda and Izumrod. Many bulkheads. What did the heavy cruiser have? Fuck me. Also minimum bulkheads. Lovely. 6-inch guns. A fairly good amount of them. Should make a pretty potent force against destroyers. A couple of 3-inch and some 2-inch to back it up with. And then the destroyers. We have 2 groups of 4. We got Desda, Boleslav, Zavetny, and Moshny. I'm hoping I'm not butchering that too badly. Gromyashi, Gavril, Krepki, and Konstantin. Few bulkheads. Good lord. This is why you don't leave your designing up to the AI, because they will fuck it up. Alright. The plan. Keep the battleships at range. I have plenty range with my 16-inch guns. I don't need to get close. Have the other battleships follow this battleship group. Not screen, follow. That'll probably slow them down significantly, because they'll be turning and then trying to form behind the rest of the group. You know what? I'm just going to blend these. Join the battleship. And Sviatoy. Join the battleships. Right. Now I have all of these guys in formation. The light cruisers, I'm going to have to keep these guys quite close, because they don't have any gun range to use their 6-inch, and they'll just be sitting ducks. My little destroyer group over here, 10-kilometer range torpedoes, 63 knots, really quick to get killed off too. I'm going to have to charge in with these if I want to get into range. At least they have a decent speed of 37.5. And at the same time, under smoke cover, maybe I can get a couple of them in range. The other destroyer group is behind the battleships. I'm going to pull them away from there. I'm going to tell the battle cruisers to stick to their course. They should be in range. Yeah, they can hit everything. I want you to open up on the battleships there. And the same for these guys. If I can put some of these battleships down, I will probably pretty quickly win the battle. Because it ends when only one of the enemy capital ships survives. I don't have to kill all the destroyers. It helps, but it's not required. I'm going to form up with the light cruisers and the heavy cruiser. Like that. These guys are relatively quick compared to the battleships. It's just going to hopefully not make too much of a mess, as these guys are going to try to form up there, and these are going to form up here. Yeah, I can see this turning into a problem. Oh well. Let's see. Alright, let's take it slow, because there will be a lot of firepower being deployed. Both by myself and against my units. Now, what's my chance to hit like? Because I do have a pretty decent range finding system on these ships. I'm just very much wondering whether they're going to be effective or not. Salvos away from the battle cruisers. 4.5% chance to hit, and if they hit and they don't encounter any armor, they do 8,500 damage. If these things don't encounter anything, they do 18,000 points of damage. First salvos out against the British, but the British are returning fire. Now, my first destroyer group. No. Please follow my orders. Otherwise, this is going to be a pretty short battle. I have taken some damage on these Vietoi. I need you guys to just stick to full speed. Okay, the light cruisers are away from the destroyer group. Range 16 kilometers. No. Listen to what I'm telling you. Turn to port. Big salvos are now being dropped off by the battleships. It's been a while since I did a larger fleet action, so I'm hoping I won't disappoint. Now, with all of this firepower in the air, we should at least land a few shells. Look at that. That is a lot of firepower. Oh yeah. That's it. 4 hits, 700 damage. Good. First blow went to the Russians. Because the British, sure enough, did hit me, but not by much. Although... Jesus. This Vietoi is definitely getting hit. Okay, the British are biting back hard. 17-inch guns? Good lord. You didn't save on the gun caliber now, did you? That is terrifying, because that is not the kind of armament that I thought the British would be using. Alright, I need you guys to just... Oh, right. Oh, crap, you're part of the heavy cruiser group. Oh, well. Range 15. Steady course and keep pounding on that battleship. Keep hitting it with those 16-inch shells, because they are more than enough to do a lot of damage to it. 15-inch shells hitting the battle cruiser and not doing any damage? Okay, I'll take it. There is quite a lot of activity happening here. I think that the DDs here are also having a bit of trouble maneuvering. Let's see, what's the range now? 13.6. I don't drop a lot of torpedoes, and I only have 2 salvos, because they probably have limited salvos. Yeah, reduced ammo for torps. That is not great in your DDs, but it means that they're even more sacrificial than they normally are. I don't find myself caring about those too much. Alright, here's the other DD group. I want you to keep your course. Because the Archangel is trying to fit in with the rest. No, sorry, the Archangel is the lead of the ships. God, what a mess. Ideally, for future engagements, or maybe just as an idea for a patch, make sure that I can set my formation first. I know that they're working on patch 9, I think. And they are... Oh, goodbye. They are working on changing formation, so hopefully it's going to be less of a mess. That was a destroyer, I think. Now that does give me a pretty skewed numbers over here, because it now says that I did 20,000 damage. Well, yeah, because I accidentally killed off a destroyer. I wasn't quite aiming for that. Alright, let's torp in that general direction, because there are so many threats out there. I can probably hit something. If the Gromiashi is capable of getting those torpedoes away without getting killed, that'd be a bonus. Gavril? Oh, okay. I'm thinking they might not be aiming actively at Gavril, more likely at the Gromiashi. Just dump it. Just get rid of the torps. Krepki. Gromiashi's down. My battleships so far have survived. Where's that damaged battleship of theirs? What a mess. Here. They're taking some damage. Those escorting ships. Ah, crap. No, well. That was not a pun on Krepki, but it might as well have been. Alright. Fall back. Torpedoes are spreading out, but there's a lot of stuff that they can run into. How are the other ships doing? Perfectly fine, actually. Battle cruisers are fine. The destroyers are fine. Let's have you guys go north. North? North, yes. Oh, incoming torpedo. Torpedoes, plural. Uh-oh. There goes Krepki. Krepki was already severely damaged, so it was only a matter of time before she got killed off. Here's a torpedo salvo, and the other one's just traveling. I'm not even sure what I was aiming at to have those torps go in this direction. This is not going too well. There goes the Constantine. I had to take a sip of water there. Do we have ID on these battleships? Yes. Minimum bulkheads. So I'm not the only one with those, huh? Battlecruiser quickly turning to avoid the torpedoes. But those torpedoes, I didn't really pay too much attention to them. I saw them coming in, but I was hoping they're kind of going to run out. Let's detach you for a bit. Yeah, see? There we go. Fortunately, anti-torp 5. So yes, they hurt. But not as bad as they could have hurt. Range to the next battleship. 12 kilometers. That's the battlecruiser... Sorry, battlecruiser. The battlecruiser Ocean. Maximum bulkheads. 15-inch guns. Light cruisers and heavy cruisers are opening up. We're fighting against the battle cruiser? What's your chance to pen that? 2%. Don't you think that's a bit of a waste? Smoke up and smoke up. Yeah, these other battleships also got hurt. Oh, fuck's sake. Now they're all going to try and form up behind the Evstafi. Because that's the most healthy battleship that I have left. Not what I was hoping for. We got the Empress of India over there. Oh, there, the Collingwood. Collingwood was the one that took quite a bit of damage. Empress of India, formidable. We're still shelling the Collingwood, but seemingly not doing much. Where's the other battleship? Here. Alright, make the most of it. The DDs. Range to target, 8. Light cruisers, engage the Pathfinder. Desna. Engage? Engage the battleship. No. That looked an awful lot like you were trying to hit the light cruiser over there. Where's my heavy cruiser? Here, because you're also a pretty substantial torpedo boat. I mean, you're a torpedo boat of an entirely different size, but you got torpedoes nonetheless. I need you to turn around for a moment to open up on the destroyers. Let these guys get their torps away. Because those battleships with no torpedo protection, at least bulkhead-wise, are easy prey. They do have anti-torp 3, so they're not entirely defenseless. Collingwood once again taking damage but not flooding. Incoming torpedoes from Pathfinder. Go on. Go on. Boris, hold on torps. How's the rest of the battleship group doing? Not great. They're all alive. And firing. I'm really trying to get the Collingwood out of the way, because that just eliminates quite a few 17-inch guns. But I think I need to be angling more. Because it seems like I just have too much damage coming in. Alright, the Zavetny has launched her torps. Boleslav has not. Desna has, but that was a while ago. Yeah, we got some torps here, and we got return torpedoes coming in. Oh my god, you idiots. I think I'd rather just have these guys as solo groups, because otherwise it's just very difficult to control. 7 clicks out. Alright, maximum turn. Drop torps when you can. Heavy cruiser. Target. Battlecruiser Ocean. Engage when ready. Because that was what, 10 torps? Go on. Hello? Are we not ready to launch torpedoes? Looks like the Evstafi is going to be in trouble. Serious trouble. And now we're colliding with another ship. Oh no. That's problematic, shall we say? Azov. Turn, buddy. Do we still have that battleship alive? Jesus, that thing is survivable. Ah, well, at least we damaged the Ramillies quite significantly. Flooding. Down to 34% buoyancy. Has the heavy cruiser launched yet? It has. Very good. Now do it again. But this time, try torpedoing... Well, maybe Formidable. Maybe I can hit that one. Just come hard to port. It's going to be pretty messy to control all the battleships now. Serious flooding on the Evstafi. She's down to 17% buoyancy. Hopefully steady there. But that remains to be seen. Collingwood's still a primary target. But damn, that ship is survivable. Alright, battleships, I'm going to ask you to do something a bit silly potentially. I need you to load the high explosive. Because if we can quickly rip through the already damaged armor on the Collingwood, maybe we can finally put her down. High explosive. How's the heavy cruiser? Fine. And I think it just launched another set. Alright, fall back a bit. Boleslav also launched another set. Very good. The other DDs? Fairly dead. Yep. Incoming torpedo. Potential target, the Evstafi. Maybe. There goes Boleslav. I thought that thing was healthy a moment ago. There we go. Buoyancy is fucked on the Boris. Because The ship simply cannot survive that much water with minimum bulkheads. I'm losing ships way faster than I'm taking down the British. Sure, they have taken some damage. Like the battlecruiser here, it's taking some torpedoes. But I don't feel like I'm putting them down. They're not dead. And it looks like the Collingwood doesn't care about my high explosive treatment. I was hoping to just rip through the already damaged armor on the sides of that ship, flood it quickly and be done with it, but it looks like that's not happening. The damage that I'm doing is just not significant enough. It's very, very low numbers. It's 15, 12, 17, stuff like that. The Evstafi is still alive, but only barely. Switch to auto, and switch to auto. The Evstafi is definitely not going to survive this. Gotta give credit to the Brits, those things are tough. We sunk DD here. Torpedo launch. 2 torpedoes hit the light cruiser here. Ripping it open from stem to stern, and dead. Good. Finally we're landing some torps. Ideally I'd also continue flooding out the Formidable and the Ramillies. At that point they only have the battleship Empress of India left. That would significantly bolster my chances. There goes Evstafi. She fought a good fight. The battlecruisers are still operating from the sidelines. That's good, because they are too weak to do any kind of, well, direct damage. I don't really want them to be brawling. Light cruisers. Not really too sure. Let's keep this ship angled. How much armor does this thing have? 12 on the belt, 16 on the turret. We did knock out 1 turret, but the rest of this ship has survived bombardment for 30 minutes and still going. Right. Target the Ramillies, because she's open up. Same for you. No, here, the Ramillies. Kangaluril. Come right. With a top speed of 18 knots. Good enough. Target the ocean. I mean the ship. I believe that that's all the battleships that I still have left. All 4 of them. What's the Azov doing? I'm hoping I also have the Azov going for... Yeah, let's just have the Azov also going for that one. All my destroyers are dead. My heavy cruiser is dead, so I'm down to battle cruisers, light cruisers, and battleships. That's all that remains. That is not a lot. Target Formidable. 23 clicks out. If I can flood that thing, that would help. Now, I switched fire away from the Collingwood, by the way, to make sure that that thing, which is bow in, does not just keep tanking damage. Because I think that that is what will continue to happen. It will just tank all the damage. And I don't want it to. I want it to sink. But if it's bow in, it's very difficult to kill off. In the meanwhile, I have to keep a pretty close eye on what their cruisers are doing. Because the cruisers do carry torpedoes. Looks like the ocean got hit a bit. Nope, just dinged off. Oh, it was just torpedoes. My battleships haven't actually inflicted any damage yet. Alright, battle cruisers turning in, yes. Sviatoy. Still seems to be a prime target of the British. Uh-oh. Let's turn that way. Blade the ship. Archangel seems pretty safe. What's your range? 16. Good. Hopefully you'll survive that. Apraskin. Not too bad. Ramillies seems to be flooding. She's fighting it. But maybe we can finally put one of these British battleships to rest. 6%? 5%? The DDs are suffering from some secondary hits. Oh. Not a secondary hit? Finally. Ramillies is down. That took forever, but she's finally killed off. Alright. You have still selected the ocean as your primary target. Let's hope you can actually hit that one. Because I could do with a bit of damage. Yeah, no, that's not what I meant. I could do with a bit more damage. So that's the Uril, the Azov. It's also targeting the battlecruiser. I'd say it's not a big threat, but it also doesn't have a lot of armor, so maybe we can put it down quickly. Oh crap, you're sailing around with 3 damaged engines and a damaged rudder. You're going to slow down to 9 knots. That means you cannot outturn these torpedoes. You're just going to be stuck. Lovely. Secondary guns are opening up against the destroyer. Primaries are still trying to hit the ocean. Now, how are we doing against the formidable? Because these should be able to pen that. 61%. High ricochet chance, though. That's not great. Yeah, it's turning away. Alright, it's time to start clearing up the DDs some. It's risky to push in with the battlecruisers, because they're not very survivable, but I need them closer. They have a fairly substantial secondary battery that can be very useful when dealing with all those ships. Ow. That was the Azov, wasn't it? Yeah, the Azov which couldn't outturn. And Sviatoy. Yeah, you're just getting hit by standard fire. But a lot of it. 17-inch shells ripping through the shells, doing a lot of damage. I don't know which way this battle is gonna go. Because it can very much go either way. Oh, you're the flagship? Okay. My battleships are doing so poorly that the chances of having these things around for a longer period of time is dropping quickly. I don't have that many left. The Sviatoy is severely damaged. The most healthy is the Archangel. The Azov is just waiting to get torped again. There goes one of their destroyers. Oh shit. Light cruisers. Yeah. I shouldn't have pushed them in this close. I wasn't going to hand off control of these things to the AI either. Because I do not trust the AI's capability to manage ships properly. See, that's good. That's a 7-inch shell that hit the Drake. Sorry, the Fire Drake. Putting her down, probably due to flooding. Some damage to the Empress of India. As the Bowin Archangel Gavril confronts the Empress of India. Serious damage, as the damage from... yeah, the shells from the Empress of India fire back. Or land on the Archangel. Light cruisers do carry torps. Oh, which way do I turn? If I turn that way, I open up. If I turn this way, I open up. This way. Then I open up, but I don't turn into the rest of the group with all their torpedoes. Izumrod and Voyeda, avoid the torpedoes if you can. Finish off the fire drake. Come on. This is what you guys are good at. Deal with it. Battle cruisers have closed the distance. There goes fire drake. Excellent. Continue firing on the Bollingwood. We are 16 clicks out with the heavy with the battle cruisers. Next target, light cruisers. Tetrarch. Tetrarch, Serene, Swan, all those little ships. They have to go. I'm hoping that the battle cruisers can finish off the already heavily damaged Collingwood. Chance to hit and damage. Decent. I'm hoping it's good enough. The Gavril is now, the Uriel is now taking significant damage, but also dishing it out against the Empress of India. I am, however, starting to flood. Battlecruiser Ocean is still very much alive. She's hurting, but she's alive. Nice, keep it up. She's still flooding, the Empress of India. Torpedoes avoided by the Archangel. Apraskin. Target Collingwood. Collingwood's broadside to you. Deal with it. Get that thing away. Come on, battle cruisers. Oh shit, they're gonna run out of ammo. Standard complement of ammo. That's not great. We've hit the Cornwall, which was not a target. But it definitely took a nasty hit from that. Flooding on the Empress of India, again. It does come to, well, at great expense to the Archangel Uriel, which was the most healthy ship that I had. That title now goes to either the General Admiral Apraskin or the Azov, depending on how you look at it. Collingwood, once again, staying alive. 144 and 156 shells left on the battle cruisers. My chance to pen this thing is exceptionally low now. Can we deal with the Carnarvon? Just to see if I can kill off some more ships. Because the fires on the Collingwood are not going to kill it, we've seen that. So maybe these 14-inch guns can still be put to use against the heavy cruisers. Which are pretty effective torpedo ships with all of those torps that they carry. The light cruisers, against all expectations, have survived. Sort of. Come on, Archangel. At least trade against the Empress of India, will ya? Uh-oh. Torpedo in the water. I might... No, I'll hit that. Yeah. We've done a little bit of damage against the Carnarvon. Also still the damage formidable, but at a bad angle. I don't really think that I can do damage against that. There are a fuck ton of torpedoes coming out of those heavy cruisers. What are you even targeting? The battleship. Assumedly the Apraskin. So I guess we're gonna have to turn in. We're slowly whittling down their escorting ships. Can you even successfully pen this ship? Yes. If you have enough ammo left, that is, to finish it off. Doesn't really look like it. 106 and 118 left on the battle cruisers. It's gonna be really tight. Looks like the Serene just took a good hit. Empress of India is still alive. So is the Archangel, but... There goes the Serene. Very good. Well done. I'm not really too sure what your chances are to sink that ship and survive. At least I have plenty of ammunition left. Come on, can we dodge? Well, not dodge that, but survive it. Destroy the main gun. The stern turret's dead. There's a... Good lord. Look at that. That's all the gifts from the heavy cruisers. Thank goodness I was maneuvering with the Apraskin. If I wasn't, then all of that stuff would have hit me. There goes the Tetrarch. Is another DD dead? Now, there are undoubtedly going to be comments saying, "Oh my fucking god, you moron, you should be targeting one ship and making sure it's dead." Yeah, agreed. The problem is, they're angled. And very heavily angled at that. And that's causing me to change targets quite a few times. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, you're alright. You must have taken a ton of damage. 4,600. Dished out 6.4. They still have a small flock of destroyers here in the back. As long as they stay there, I'm fine with it. Alright, target the battle cruiser. Both battle cruisers are still pushing closer to the heavy cruiser group here. Carnarvon was dying. Seems to have cleaned up its act. It's no longer as bad as it once was. Fire on the Cornwall. Come on, Admiral. I need you to try and... Uh-oh. Well, dodge torpedoes for starters, but at the same time, finish off the Collingwood. Which once again is at a massive angle. 85% chance to just ricochet whatever I fire at it. The Formidable is not much better. It's 46% or 46 degrees. There we go, flooding. Well done. Azov? Azov is assisting, but hasn't really done much damage. You're still trying to hit the battle cruiser. Try to hit the Collingwood instead, could you? Carnarvon now is taking some significant damage, but that'll be one of the few salvos that the battle cruisers have left. Smoke it up. Arkangal. Oh. Voyeda. Sorry, Voyevoda is slowed because she's taken on a lot of water. And she has a damaged engine. Come on, get rid of the battlecruiser. It's 15-inch guns. I don't want those. We've sunk 2 battleships so far. 2 are alive. Just, but alive. Minimum bulkheads, anti-torp 5, anti-flood 3. Okay. Well, they seem to be exceptionally good at surviving. Fire on Bollingwood. Formidable. 2%, 1%. 0.6. No. 0.3. Sink, will ya? Thank you. That's the last surviving battleship there, the Collingwood. This thing has taken 8,400 damage. Now that is some tanking. Jesus Christ. Look at all that. I'm gonna take a few, but it could have been a hell of a lot worse. If I'd been hit by all of those, I would probably be dead. Uh-oh. We're not done yet. Next target, heavy cruiser, Carnarvon. Uh-oh. Go on. Turn more. We are pretty much turning our battle cruisers into heavy cruisers at this point. Because all I will have left is 8-inch guns. And that means we're going to have to push in a lot closer to deal damage. Oh, could you just shove it, Cornwall? These constant torpedo barrages are slowly but steadily doing in the General Admiral Praskin. Because this salvo, I'll take 1 or 2, and then there's another in the water. Good work. That's some serious flooding. Minimum bulkheads. Did I dodge that? I dodged it! There's the torp. Not too bad. At least the battleships still have plenty of ammunition left. Now, if I could actually hit the heavy cruisers and finish them off, that'd be great, because they just keep throwing out more and more and more torps. I am somewhat inclined to just ram a battle cruiser into those heavy cruisers to get rid of them. Because I'm thinking that 8-inch gunfire is going to take a while to sink these things. Now, technically, I only need to sink the battle cruiser or the battleship if you consider a battle cruiser to be a capital ship. I do. I think it is a capital. In order to win. Because the win condition said you need to keep 1 battleship... Oh, sorry, I need to have 2 capital ships alive. And there has to be only 1 British capital ship surviving. So if I can just survive with some of these heavily damaged battleships and get rid of either the Collingwood or the Ocean, then I should be good. Carnarvon, could you take a hint? And just leave well enough alone. Finally. And they still had 40 torpedoes left. Holy shit. Finally. Alright. You're next, Sunshine. Another torpedo hit against the General. What's the angle here? Maybe not too bad. I just need to get rid of this torpedo spewing Cornwall. Like that. Oh shit, now I have my rudder jammed. Oh no. Come on, put her down. Missed. 3.2 kilometer range, missed. New target, Collingwood. Chance to ricochet. Not too bad. Oh, there was a single torpedo. Finally, there goes Cornwall. Heavy flooding. Let's deal with a couple of the destroyers. Big salvo against Collingwood. Didn't sink her before, so we're just gonna keep pounding. Keep damaging that ship. She's down to 9% structural. Torpedo hit, once again, against the General Admiral Praskin. She has done a significant portion of damage, but probably by hitting and killing off a destroyer in a few quick blasts. The light cruisers are still alive. Ish. Oh crap, I let the Izmirot move away far too far. Arkhangeluril. Down to 5 knots. Oh, we almost got the Ocean. Oh shit. Well, that's going to be the last stunt from the Archangel. The Praskin finally sinks due to heavy flooding. Oh, come on. One last salvo, please. Pretty please. I need to have 2 battleships alive. This one is no longer at risk. You could argue the same for the Azov. Alright. Time to do a Russian thing and just ram the enemy. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to get rid of that battleship. And at the same time, we're going to serve as torpedo magnets, making sure that I don't take any more torpedoes against my battleships. Or at least that is the plan. Damage-wise, it looks like I'm still in the lead. 65,000 damage done versus 36,000 damage taken. So, it's not pretty. But so far, I'd say that the British are coming off worse. Despite me losing the majority of my ships, at least numbers-wise. Because displacement-wise, it's not that bad. That's not helpful. Just charge in, will ya? Izumrud, target Wolverine. Sorry, Izumrud, not Izumrud. Collingwood, if I can't sink you the normal way, I'll sink you in a different way. Try not to get killed. Thank you. What's the reload on those? 60? 74 seconds. Works for me. The longer they take the reload, the better. Shit. I was using that. Come on. Come on. Don't sink. I need you to ram the Collingwood. And I need whatever surviving battleship I still have to deal with the Collingwood. Yaroslavel, 3 damaged engines. She's gonna slow down to, well, to about 10 knots. What's your speed? 11. Oh dear. Come on. Don't let it escape. Jesus, the ocean's down to 5% structural integrity. Oh crap. Oh crap. I wonder if they're at risk of hitting their own battleship. Shit. Another barely damaging hit. Oh, don't hit me. Okay, you got an engine back. Speed will be 13 knots. Don't get torped. That'll pass. That'll pass. That'll pass. Yes. Come on. What sort of turning circle do you have? 572. And you? 696 at full speed. But you're not... That's convenient. You're not doing full speed. Ooh. Come on. Jeez, the Collingwood cannot take a hint. 9,600 damage. Tanked. It'd be ultimately ironic if the British were to sink their own ship now. But it would kind of negate the whole macho move of the Yaroslavel ramming into the Collingwood. Which I really want to make happen. But I think that the 17-inch guns might have a different opinion on that. Oh. They're loaded. Ah, fuck. Okay. That leaves the Azov and the Sviatoy Sergei. Mameluke? Where the hell was that? Oh, is that a light cruiser? Yeah. Whoa, we got it! No. They got it. I didn't do the damage. They did. They did the damage. For some reason, the Izumrud's still alive. And healthy. It looks like nobody gave a shit about this ship. Okay. Well, I'd say the video is long enough as is, and I can declare victory. because I have completed my objective. I have taken out all but one of the British capital ships, and I have sort of just kept 2 battleships alive. Azov and Sviatoy Sergei are still alive. Not by much, but hopefully these things can still be repaired. Bit of duct tape, bit of spit and polish, they'll be fine. So, long video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comment section, and I shall see you guys soon for another video. I was hoping that HE salvo would kill him. Oh well. See you guys soon.